drive it to the opposite field.
Wade leads off first with 2 down to the inning. High fly ball out to center field. Azokar in and to his right. He's got it, and that'll do it. And here is Matt Chapman. On the ground to third. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Bye-bye. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
The third baseman, Matt
Steele
Chapman.
back to work. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. And next up for the Royals, Alex Gordon. In the air, left side. He's got it. There's 2 away. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Now the left fielder, Alex Gordon. And that one fouled off. Swung on, belted. That one is back. Adios, pelota. One down. And here is Matt Chapman. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
The third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Chapman gets a piece there. Out to center. Trout sizing it up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Back here at Angel Stadium, on to the third inning. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Chapman gets a piece. One down. Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman. Swinging a foul straight back. Headed towards the corner.
Get up, ball, get up.
And a foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone. Runner at first with two away. Now it's Matt Chapman. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Foul ball there. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Top of the third, no score. And that's too high.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Next offering is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third. Here's Matt Chapman. One down, and here is Matt Chapman. Popped up right side. Walsh hauls it in for the out. On the ground to third. Sends it to Walsh. That's out number 2. So 2 down. And here is Matt Chapman. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Fastball, and he gets out of the way.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. And they grab the lead. And at first, Matt Chapman up to the plate now. He's already homered in this game. Not close with that one, and it's 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Hammered, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs. So 2 down. Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
Matt Chapman.
Liner, base hit. And now 2 aboard.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting.
Bottom of the inning. Here's Matt Chapman. Block. Back to work. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that's a base hit. The throw into second. The tag out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Rip to third. Whips it across, and he's out. So a man at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Matt Chapman.
Outside, that's a ball.
Flores, the runner at first with 2 gone. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
The 1-1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. And that ends the inning. And here is Matt Chapman.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
And first offering is fouled off. In the dirt. Estrada off of first with 2 away. That one is absolutely belted. Booyah! And that gives him a lead.
Now
2 outs, runner at first.
Baseman,
and
Matt
here is
Chapman.
Matt Chapman. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They take the force out, and that is that. First offering, and it just misses.
He's got a base open, so the pressure to come in and really attack this hitter, not as great as it would be if the bags were sacked.
Swing and a miss.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Now it's Matt Chapman. He's already homered in this game. Inside, and that's ball 1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Ouch, that one drilled him. The throw is still in time. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. that one down the line, and that's just foul. Right through there for a strike. Estrada off of first with 2 away. Line drive. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in San Francisco, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Matt Chapman. Block. Back to work. That's to third. McMahon. 1 up, 1 down. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Giants doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
And here it comes. So 2 down. Matt Chapman up to the plate now. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And it falls. And now 2 aboard. And here is Matt Chapman. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Chapman.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And here is Matt Chapman. Manning back to work. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Makes the catch for the out. 1 down. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4, now the third baseman, Matt Chapman. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw on to Torkelson. Outside low. 1-0. 1 out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the 6th. Ripped to short. Throw to first in time. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. Tapped softly on the ground. Fires to first on the run. He beats it out, and the tapper turns into an infield single. Now it's Matt Chapman. Manning back to work. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Didn't take long to get a result for that.
Ground ball up the middle. Baez on the run. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Bottom of the seventh.
Leading
Here's
up
Matt
for
Chapman.
Toronto, the third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Manning back to work. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Next pitch, not close, up high. Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Boom. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Lords taking on the Heat. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
And now, please welcome your Ecuador Heat.
Just about to get underway, getting the nod in this one. You, Darvish, what do you look for here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Swings and misses. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Jordan Lawler, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that is out of play. The 1-1 is fouled off. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Swings through that. And right back to the mound. Tosses to first, and that. And now, Derek Jeter, saying he's currently the team leader in runs batted in. First pitch misses. This to center field. Jenkins on the move. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one down. Here's C.J. Abrams now.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Squeezes it. 2 down. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Salvador Perez.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that. And we're back. And now the center fielder, Walker Jenkins. Fought off foul. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. And here is Sosa to the plate.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Strike 2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Dalton rushing in the box now. No balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Right through there, got him. And welcome back to the ballpark. Stepping in, Corbin Carroll. That one ripped, base hit down the line. Now batting Jarren Duran. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Swing, and he popped it up. Lawler puts it away for the out.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Grounds one to short. Griffin slinging it to first in time. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that's the third out. All set for the start of the inning. And now it's Christian Walker.
Christian Walker.
Darvish back to work. Late on that fastball.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Connor Griffin digs in now. Right through there for a strike. And a strike in there. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Max Clark, the next to hit. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. Just missed.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there.
And that one is lifted in the air. He's got it, and that is that.
Pitching.
Bottom half of the third, and they bring in a new pitcher, Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
He steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting ninth.
And here's the first baseman.
Number 4.
That misses. And that is ball 1. Pinch hitter coming on, Byron Buxton.
Bringing in some thunder in a big spot, and they're hoping he can get a hold of one for sure.
Smoked into left field, base hit. Tough spot for the pinch hitter, and he delivers.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Buxton on the run. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second with a stolen base.
Now just one swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A gigantic blast. And they walk it off. 2-0. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you Diamond Dynasty Baseball. It's the Heat and the Kaiju.
And now, please welcome your...
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Kaiju.
So just about set now. And on the hill, the big righty, Tanner Houck.
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
All right, ready to go here.
Leading
now at the plate, Derek Jeter. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. And that misses. And away we go this afternoon. There's a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. Now one away. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Pitch is in there. And that is strike one. That's a little bit low.
That's a ball.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Hernandez sizes this one up, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. So up next,
third,
Salvador
protected,
Perez.
13, Salvador Perez.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the
No
zone.
ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. 2 out, space is empty. So Salvi is set down. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
And 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone.
Oh, look at this. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Batting second, the center
Michael
fielder,
Harris the second.
Michael
Now at the plate.
Harris.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Fouled off. He was late. 1 out, bases empty. Got him swinging. Kobe Mayo getting ready to hit. And that drops in for a strike. And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Top of the second.
Leading
Here's
off
the
for
left
the Heat,
fielder,
the left
Adam
fielder,
Dunn. His
Adam
home run numbers stand out,
Dunn.
Chris. Nobody has hit more in his team. On the ground, right side. It's through for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat.
So Josh Hader gets the call to the mound. Making a move at first. Coming in as a pinch runner, Evan Carter.
Number
No
32,
outs. Runner at first.
Evan
At the plate, Scott
Carter.
Rowland. There's a strike up high. 0-1. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Juan Soto now. And that one fouled off. On the ground, a second, might be 2. Glove flip for 1, and that's 2. Back here in Tokyo. And now the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. No score. Kershaw back to work, delivers. And that one in the air, center field. And it's caught for the out. Here's the second baseman, Christian Moore. In there, and it's 0-1. Late on that fastball. 0-0 here in the bottom of the second. That one the other way. In plenty of time to first, and there's 2 away. Now the catcher up to hit. Dalton rushing. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Now this is in the air down the line. And a foul ball. Up and in. Now 1-2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straight.
Now pitching, Yu Darvish.
And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching,
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Jeff Hoffman. He has a great slider with tons of movement. That's to third. Mayo sends it across to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. This is Corbin Carroll.
The right fielder, number 7, Corbin Carroll.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And it gives them the lead in the third. It's 1-0. Here's Joe Adele. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. That one ripped. And it one-hops the wall. Around first and hustling for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
The batter, number 2.
Here's Derek Jeter now with a runner in scoring position. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Slice to right, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Picks himself up an RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now it's going to be C.J. Abrams. Nice grab. And very nicely done for the out. Salvi steps into the box now. Went down on strikes his first time through. Fly ball pretty well struck right field. Suzuki going back on it. Booyah! That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a couple more. It's 4-0. And now Evan Carter. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a ground ball. And they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. Welcome back to the Kaiju Cave. Now Correa up to hit.
Carlos Correa.
And he deals. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
Eric Gagne into the game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's off the inside corner. Ball 2. That one at triple digits. Left field. Carter sizing this one up. 1 away. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal your bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone?
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Carroll makes the grab, and there's 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. There's a strike.
Well, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
They're down to their final strike.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of break.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to
Welcome inside the Kaiju Cave in Tokyo. Diamond Dynasty Baseball coming your way on the show. It's Ecuador going up against Tokyo. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
And now, please welcome your Tokyo Kaiju.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Derek Jeter. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Suzuki pulls it in on the run. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
That's outside.
No, that's out.
Ball one. Singy talking about this ballpark for a second. Left-handed pull hitters tend to have a lot of fun here.
Yeah, it's 337 down the line, but the wall comes back to 316 feet before widening back out. Fans miss out on a lot of home run balls without any seats in right field.
Grounder off the pitcher. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Polanco, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. And that one gets past the catcher. Polanco into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. And a count 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Fastball for a strike. Chris, the GBL is different for a lot of reasons, and one of those reasons is having only 8 teams in the league. How does that impact these teams?
Well, I think it changes a lot of things for these hitters.
1-2 now.
That's out to center field. Buxton moves under it. Calls it in, and there's one away. Michael Harris II will hit next. Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Most obvious difference is you get really used to seeing these other pitchers, and it's not like they're running through a pitching book with 30 different teams anymore.
The 1-1 is fouled off. So who does it help more, the pitchers or the hitters?
I think it helps the hitters because they become more familiar with the pitcher's stuff. The shortened schedule, it doesn't help, though, and that cuts into the amount of at-bats they get. So the GBL, it's just a different beast, Boog.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second.
Now,
Andrew Nardi.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That missed by a lot. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Outside with a breaking ball. Line to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
That is good.
Here's the third baseman,
Number
Scott
27.
Rowland. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 2 away.
A home run here would certainly flip the script. It can happen too, and if they want to be dramatic about it, They can try bouncing one off that monster and left. I like to call that area the Kaiju corner.
Up the middle, Correa to first, and the inning is over. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here's the first baseman, Nick Kurtz. Darvish back to work. And there's the strike. And there's a ball. And a count 1-2. Fair ball.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
And here is Christian Moore. Swings through that one for strike 1. There's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay at it.
That was pretty nasty. Dalton Rushing, the next to hit.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Just off the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Headed down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Fans another, and that's back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So digging in, Richie Sexson.
The first baseman, Richie Sexson.
And ball 1.
1-0.
And that one fouled off. Next offering is downstairs. Swinging a drive, deep right field. Raging back towards the wall. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
This is Corbin Carroll. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Here's Byron Buxton.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Fouled off down the right side. High fly ball out towards left center. Harris sizes this one up, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Here's something to watch, Siggy. He's got the best OPS on the team. He can hurt you. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. That's inside. That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count's full. Gets a piece and stays alive. On the ground, out to short. To first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. Teoscar Hernandez in the box now. Takes strike 1. On the ground to the left. Jeter throws across the diamond, and Hernandez is out. And here is Seiya Suzuki. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Just missed. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. There's a swing and a miss. The next pitch misses, and the count is even 2-2. Trying to send this to extra innings. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Darvish kicks, delivers, and that one is downstairs. 3-2 now. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go.
Runner on the move, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the winning run is now in scoring position. Got him swinging for the K.
Now pitching.
Josh Hader
Josh
will take over here.
Hader.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. On a dead sprint, racing back, reaching for it, and brings it in. Runner tags and goes to third.
Well, I think the wind ended up being a factor right there. It's whipping in from right field right now. So otherwise, I think that ball's out of here.
Polanco swings through it for strike one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Late swing, fouled off. Kicks and deals. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. That one's gotta feel good. It's 2-0. One down. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Grounded out his first time. Not even close there. And it's 1-0.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
One out, bases empty. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And that's downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Harris has a beat on it. And there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery. victory, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Done. Now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him.
This one's fair down the line and left. And it's going to be extra bases. And he'll pull into second safely.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Justin Martinez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So runner at second, 2 down. Roland digs in now. He's 0 for 1. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
No ball, 1 strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in extra innings. Up the middle. That's a hit. Done. Around third. He will score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Soto batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Rolling. The runner at first with 2 gone.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins in this situation.
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. And that's a great play for the out. And we're back. Bottom of the 4th. Now the third baseman, Kobe Mayo.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, this group of hitters, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats. And
now pitching, Eric
Gagne ready to fire now. Cut on and missed at 101. And the count is 0-2. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Nick Kurtz. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Sets him down looking. Now only 1 out remaining. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Gagne is just 1 strike away. Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. Got him, and that's the ball game.
sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family.
just about set to go. Today's starting pitcher, Yu Darvish.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Struck him out looking. Brenton Doyle stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings through that one. 1 out, bases empty. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Next to hit, Hunter Goodman. Top of the zone for a called strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out this side in the first. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Scott Rowland.
27.
A swing and a soft liner. And out number 1 on the grab. Now batting Jarren Duran. That one fouled off. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He shoots one out to right. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. Slow roller to third. Sends it to first, and they get Perez for the out. 2 down, bases empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Juan Soto. That's a laser base hit, and that extends the inning.
Batting 5th, the designated hitter,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jr.
This one smacked out to left center. That's a hit. Soto round second, heads for third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Batting 6th, the first baseman, Michael.
So 2 on with 2 away. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. In the air, left field, down the line. Base hit, 1 run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. Save!
Waste no time there. That was maybe even a little off the plate, but no problem getting the barrel to it. Man, he does such a nice job, and that's what you're supposed to do with the pitch in that location.
Here's Byron Buxton. Gets to it with a slide. The throw, nicely done for the out. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. So in now for Colorado, Ezequiel Tovar. There's a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Buxton makes the grab, 1 away. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Ground ball, left side. Slings to first, out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Thairo Estrada to the plate. And a foul ball. Estrada measures 5 feet 10 inches, 185 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Late on that fastball.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
On the ground to third, Rowland. Gets it to first, and Estrada. We head to the bottom of the second, and now C.J. Abrams. Dolander back to work. Ball 1 there. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 4-0. Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Polanco. First pitch, not close.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Swing, and that one's hammered. Deep drive, way back there. Bye-bye. He'll touch them all. And they add a run. It's 5-0. Back to the top of the lineup. Now here is Scott Rowland. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He made him pay for that one, and they tack one on the board. It's 6-0. So the Rockies turn the ball over to a new arm, Ryan Rollison. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Ryan Rollison.
So up next, Jarren Duran. He's already homered here in this one. And delivers outside. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. That's towards center. Doyle moving under this one. And there's one away. Next to hit, Salvador Perez. 0 for 1 so far. Hit on the ground to short. Sends it to Tolia, and they get Perez for the out. Two down, bases empty. And now it's Juan Soto. Singled and scored his first time. Swing and a foul straight back. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. A monster shot to right. Make that 4 homers in the inning. It's 7-0. Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
And now here is Michael Busch. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
High leg kick hangs in the air, but he read it nicely. And now in scoring position to add on to this lead.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Top half of the third inning. So in now for Colorado, Michael Tolia.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
Mickey Moniak, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a miss. That one just missing inside. And the count 1-2. High fly ball down the left field line. And that will drop foul. That one just misses. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Kyle Farmer now at the plate. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
And that keeps the inning going.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride.
This one blasted the other way down the line, and it's a foul ball. Farmer off of first with 2 away. And a foul ball. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. In the air to left center. Nice grab as he reached down to make. And we're back. Digging in, Byron Buxton. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, these players putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
The batter, number 5.
C.J. Abrams now.
C.J. Abrams.
On the ground right side. The throw to first. He's out. 2 down, base is empty. Now a chance for Jorge Polanco. He's already homered in this game. And a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now Scott Rowland. He caught it behind his back. What a play. Inning over. On to the 4th. So in now for Colorado, Brenton Doyle. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That one missed.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
That one finds the zone, and it's 3-1. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Man at first, nobody out. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman. Darvish delivers. And that one wrapped foul. Darvish kicks, delivers. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in.
Polanco. He flips it to second in time. On to Bush. It's a double play.
I think 4-6-3 double plays like that are way tougher than these guys make it look sometimes because.
Well, got to pause on that thought. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Jarren Duran. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Having a really nice game here. That's his 2nd extra base hit. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Yeah, the batter now, Salvador Perez. Now a screamer into the outfield. He makes the grab. To second with the throw, and no chance to get back. It's a double play. 2 outs, base is empty. Juan Soto getting ready to hit. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that gives Jazz Chisholm Jr. a chance to hit with 2 out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And There's just no one there to knock it down.
Chisholm up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Doyle right there. Ready now for the fifth inning. And now it's going to be Ryan McMahon.
Number 24, Ryan.
Just off the outside edge. And that's ball one. McMahon in his 8th season, 30 years old now. And he was a second-round pick back in 2013.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Tyro Estrada. That's a slider for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. That's going back. Back some more. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases. It's 7-1. Tolia in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Now batting.
Next for Colorado, Mickey Moniak. 0 for 1, popped out foul to the catcher his first time up. And that's in there for strike 1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Runs it up. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Rolison back to work. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, these guys digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Byron Buxton the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
One down, base is empty. And there's a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base knock center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
That's hard hit on the line. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Jorge Polanco digs in now.
Second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Nabs it, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. This one in the air, center field. Buxton moves under it, makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Jordan Beck will hit next. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. And a swing and a miss there.
0-2 is the count.
And down on strikes. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. Doyle now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Ground ball right side. Dives and he can't hang on. The throw is late and the defense comes away with nothing. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Hunter Goodman. Breaking ball through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the third baseman, Scott Rowland. First pitch misses.
1-0.
That one is hammered right field. Going back. Hauls it in for the out. Here's the left fielder, Jaron Duran. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Doyle makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. And here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. 0 for 3 in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
In the air, right field, Moniak. Long run, makes the grab on the run. That is the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch clock into the game, what was your first thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
One of the things, though, that we've seen that is kind of a thread really in every sport, these are the elite players, and so they adjust, and they've done a great job adjusting.
Absolutely, and just you tip your cap to these guys because not an easy adjustment, but they look like they've been doing it their entire lives.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the second
Here's the second baseman, Tyro Estrada. Ground ball could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. And we're back. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's Juan Soto. Ripped on a line. Doyle pulls it down, and there's 1 away.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but hey, you got to keep swinging it.
And that one hammered. That's back. Booyah! And they add on. It's 8-1. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Zach Agnos.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1 out, bases empty, and a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Beck makes the grab for the 2nd out. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Byron Buxton. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Moniak on his way over, brings it in for the 3rd. We go to the 8th. So in now for Colorado, Michael Toglia.
Now pitching, Eric.
And it's fouled away.
Gagne.
Right side, Polanco. Tosses to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. That one at triple digits. Bases empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
And that one is in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. And that is downstairs. And 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. 2 outs, bases empty. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Agnos measures 6 feet even, 210 pounds, and he was a 10th round pick in 2022. Hit in the air, center field. Doyle calls it in, and there's one away. So digging in, Jorge Polanco. He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
0-1.
And that one ripped to left. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Number 27.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, Scott Rowland. And first offering is fouled off. And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected spots like that?
When you're in the dugout and you see a guy come up big like that you don't necessarily expect it, it just energizes that entire team.
Whips it to first. Inning over. And we're back. We go to the 9th. Here's the Rockies leadoff hitter, Jordan Beck. Gagne back to work. And that one fouled off. Right-handed reliever.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Rockies down to their last out. Now the Rockies catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Gagne is just 1 strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well.